Oh man. Oh my god, I look so bad. Dude, I look gross. I just got off the plane back from PAX East 2018. It was probably the best PAX I've ever been to. I don't usually do vlogs like this. I don't usually, God, I look horrible. I'm like totally unshaven and I'm just like off of like an 8-hour plane ride. Forgive me, I'm sorry. You know, the NAMM vlog was really fun. I was hoping to kind of do something similar with PAX East, and I'm glad it was this one because this one was, whew, there's some fun stories that I have to tell you guys. I left at 4 in the morning so that I can get on a plane so that I could get to Boston at about 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm actually on my way to PAX East right now, 4 in the morning, and I haven't slept yet. I think this PAX is gonna be fun. I'm doing a lot. This time, I'm not only doing a performance, but I'm also doing a panel with Insane in the Rain Music, Sab Irene, and 8-Bit Music Theory, which I haven't met him yet, and I'm really, really excited to. And then on Saturday, I'm doing a versus speedrunning game show panel where I'm gonna be racing Ben Briggs at the 16-star run in Mario 64. From what I'm told, there's audience participation and a torture wheel involved. So I flew into Boston. I really wanted to practice because I had a show on Thursday, but I needed to sleep that night, so I didn't get to practice. My show was at 3:30 the next day, and I needed all the sleep that I could get because at that point I had been up for 34 hours. Not the longest I've ever been awake, but it was certainly, it wasn't fun. So I woke up and I got all my gear ready. I made sure I had everything. We got to the convention center, and man, like, there's something magical about PAX East. This, I think, is my 6th PAX East. I've been going to PAX East since 2012. So we got to the convention center. I found J-Mac. I found Zach. We got to the Jam Space. The Jam Space show is being put on by Geek Beat Radio, and it was a really awesome setup. And when we got there, Doug Perry was playing, and Doug Perry is just like so good. PAX East is always my cursed show. It's always the show that things go wrong. But this year I was prepared for it. We get on stage and, I mean, what do you expect? Of course, like right off the bat, I opened up my laptop and then my laptop couldn't run Cubase. So I was like, uh-oh. Then Cubase wasn't reading my Pod UX8. So I was like, uh-oh. Then Cubase was running the audio at a different bitrate. So then I was like, uh-oh. Zach actually had a headache at this point. He just goes, Jules, I need to throw up. And so I was like, holy shit, dude, are you gonna be okay? Like, can you play this? He's just like, yeah, let me just. Not 5 minutes go by. We're finally almost ready. They put the HDMI cable into the laptop and it doesn't read it. My laptop is just like, what's this? What's this cable you're putting in me? It's just like, come on, you can't run Cubase, then you can't run my interface, now you can't run a fucking projector. Come on. That was the point, man. I had all of these visuals ready. Like, it was gonna be like this huge, like I had all these videos that were custom made that were gonna go with the set and stuff. And in the end, I just couldn't use them. 30 minutes passed when I said I was gonna play. Let's just play. Let's have a good show. Let's just roll with it, you know? And right before we started, Zach jumped on the stage and he just goes, dude, I threw up and now I feel great. So he jumped on that kit and he killed it. Him, J-Mag, everybody on that stage absolutely killed it. We had a great show, even though we had so many tech issues. Adriana even jumped in on Your Reality. We had some mic issues, but it still was fun. We all had a really good time. So overall, the show went great, but I think next year I'm just gonna make sure that my set doesn't need any backing tracks or any laptop. We're just gonna get on stage and we're gonna play something. I think that's probably gonna be the best bet. So shortly after that, I got to meet one of my favorite YouTubers of all time, 8-Bit Music Theory, because we were doing a video game music theory 101 panel the next day. We weren't super optimistic that it would, like, you know, that a lot of people would come, but we knew we were gonna have fun. We knew we were gonna get to nerd out. So the next day, I get to the theater, and as I come in, one of the enforcers comes up and says, "You're at capacity already. This 600-person theater, we can't let anybody else in, and like we have like 10 minutes left before we even let people in." And so we were all like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Video game music is awesome. We want to help you understand the theory behind why it's awesome. The problem
with learning music theory is anybody you ask in person, they're just like so prideful. They're like, yes, well, you can never know music theory because the enharmonic diminished notes there, you just won't know, you know?
The concept, if you only take one thing out of this presentation, it should be that music theory is basically, on a fundamental level, about studying how music creates tension and then releases tension.
We had so many people come up to us after and be like, I didn't think I was going to be able to follow along, but I could because you guys explained it so well. So I'm really excited I really want to put on this panel at like as many conventions as I possibly can. So after that, we had to run down to the Screenwave booth in the expo hall to do our signing. We did the signing with all 4 of us plus Adriana Figueroa. It was great. I met so many people. I met so many fans. I met a lot of people that I got to talk to. A lot of people wanted to know about the John Petrucci video. A lot of people wanted to know about the collab and like what went into that. And then immediately after that, we ran to the Runaway Guys Throne Controllers panel, which that's put on by our good friends Chugga Conroy, Nintendo Capri Sun, and Proton John. So Adriana and I, every convention that the Runaway Guys do, Throne Controllers, which is this awesome video game trivia show. It's like a challenge show where you get called up by those 3 to play games and stuff or answer questions, and then you win prizes and stuff. And Adriana and I, for the past few years, have been giving out the prizes for that show. If you guys are interested in that at all, you guys should check out the Runaway Guys YouTube channel where you can watch some of them. They're really, really fun. So then it was Saturday. And Saturday was the other thing that I was really, really nervous about. Because Saturday was the Versus Speedrunning Game Show panel that was being put on by JoshJepson and AttackingTucans, where video game DJ Ben Briggs would be racing me at Super Mario 64.
Today we're doing 16-star.
Something that we're taking from our YouTube channel and introducing it to this panel is something that we like to call the Wheel of Torture. Delightful. And we will be spinning the Wheel of Torture every 5 minutes.
3, 2, 1, go!
And this was something that I was practicing super hard for. I was just like, man, this is gonna be like crazy. I'm gonna be like speedrunning as if it's like GDQ or something. It's like a real race. The trick of the panel was that there would be a torture wheel involved, where every once in a while the wheel would spin and Ben and I would have to do something ridiculous that would make the run harder. Little did we know the run was already gonna be quite difficult.
Before we even begin the race, I want to mention that our runners today are playing with a bit of lag because of our monitor setup. So
Ben, how much lag you got over there? I'd say I'm like at about like a half second of input delay. I'm at a full second of delay. Ready?
Oh my.
Ben and I were playing Super Mario 64 off of flat screen TVs. Mine had some kind of UHD enhancement thing, which kicked the signal up to like 60 frames a second or something. So it looked like I was playing Super Mario 64, the soap opera. I was running at about 1 whole second between button press and Mario doing the action. It almost felt like, you know, that the ultimate challenge, even worse than some of the challenges that happened, was the lag. The lag was so bad that I couldn't do any of the tricks that I'd been practicing, that I'd been used to. I think my 2 favorite parts of that were, there was a point at which we had to switch controllers midway through the run, and I had finally got through Bowser in the Dark World, which is the first Bowser level, and I was like, I am not going through that again. Earlier in that, I had to wear a blindfold, and with AttackingTucans directing me and telling me how to do it, I was actually playing better because of muscle memory than when I had the visual input.
It's coming up now. Oh wait, like stand up. Come on to the left, stand like over the edge, and jump back on. Jump. Got it!
So immediately when the blindfold came off, I died. So then after I finally got Bowser against a bomb, and they said we need a switch, I quickly ran over to my controller, pushed Mario over to the key so that while we were changing, Mario would grab the key and I wouldn't have to do Bowser again. But I felt bad for cheating, so I went over to Ben's controller and I finished off Bowser for him. But then I threw him off in the lake in the beginning of the game. That, and we had an audience member come up and have to take our controllers for us, and we had to direct them on how to do the speedrun. I actually got the guy, I think his name was Jared, to almost be able to do a BLJ, which is one of the game-breaking glitches.
Mash A after you get that. Yeah, that's great.
he was starting to get the trick down, and like people were going crazy. It was probably the most fun I've ever had during a panel. I can't wait to do it again. So the next day was Sunday, and that was the first day and the last day that I had to just enjoy the con. So I got to walk around the expo hall. Then we went to the Omegathon, which is the big grand finale game that they put on. Man, and it was so much fun. It was just a perfect PAX. PAX is not an easy convention to go to, you know. It's kind of hard to get tickets to. It's very hard to get the hotel. It's expensive. But man, it's always one of the most fun things in the world for me to go to get to meet some of you guys in person. I look forward to performing, hopefully with less tech issues, and I'm looking forward to doing more panels, hopefully with less tech issues. But again, man, it was so much fun that like it didn't even matter, you know? Had a great time. So I just wanted to tell you guys about my my PAX experience. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I'll see you at the next PAX. I'm gonna go get some sleep because I'm very tired, but man, it was so much fun telling you guys the story of PAX. I will see you very soon. Rock on.